Hello, wonderful good morning everyone. I welcome you back to my YouTube channel. Presenting before you this wonderful tutorial is your mentor Hamper Kliman. Okay, so today we'll be doing derivatives of calculus. So these are the important concepts that you have to know in order for you to make everything simple about calculus, especially under differentiation. So we are going to do these questions together and hope you're going to enjoy my lesson. Let's start. Okay, so they're saying we find we find the derivative of x at some point x. So for the first one, we have been given d over dx of x. Now we know that this one is simple. It is just 1. We go to b. They're saying we calculate d over dx of sine x. So for this one, you don't even have to worry because dy dx of sine x, or the differential calculus of sine x is simply a positive cosine x. Okay, so mathematically we know that this one is just equal to cosine x. We go to C. So for C, they're saying we find d over dx of negative cosine x. So for this one, d over dx of negative cosine x is just same as this, except that it's going to be a positive sign because there's a negative sign, there's a negative here, so it's going to be positive sine x. Like this. We get to d. So d, they are saying that we find d over dx of tan x. So d over dx of tan x is just secant squared x. That's just the answer. Okay. Yeah. Let's get to E. We see. So you have to know this by heart. So they're saying we find d over dx of cot x. So you don't have to worry yourself because we know that we'll have to establish that relationship that is between cotangent and cosecant, because there's a relationship between cotangent and cosecant. So meaning we'll have to relate these to cosecant. So dx of negative cotangent x is simply cosec x squared, a positive one. All right. So this is how simple this is. We go to F. F, they're saying d over dx of secant x. So d over dx of secant x is just the same secant x tan x, like that. So this is how you go about this. We go to G. They are saying d over dx of negative cosec x. So for this one also, it's very simple. You just repeat the same thing, cosec x, but remember it's a relationship with cotangent, so should be cosec x cotangent x. I go to H. H, they're saying we find d over dx of sine inverse of x. Now for this one, you have to remember something, because this simply means that sine inverse of x is equal to 1 over the root of 1 minus x squared. Okay? This is what it means. You have to remember this. You don't have to memorize, but just to remember everything. We go to I. So they're saying d over dx cos inverse of x. So for this one, it's just the same as this, except that there's going to be a negative on top. Like this. Okay. We go to J. They're saying d over dx of tan inverse of x. For this one, it's very simple. This is just the same as 1 over 1 plus x to the power 2. You don't have to put the square root. Then you put the plus here, the positive sign, then automatically you find the answer. Okay, so we go to we're doing J, we go to K. K is saying d over dx of cot inverse of x. So for this one, you don't have to worry. Remember, since tangent here there was a positive, for this one you just have to consider putting a negative on top. So this one is going to have a negative, then everything is going to be maintained. So this is just the same as negative 1 over 1 plus x to the power 2. Okay, we go to L. D over dx of log absolute value of x, like this. This one you don't even have to worry yourself, because whenever you are differentiating log functions, it's just the same as 1 over the same value. So it's going to be like this. Okay, it's just 1 over x. Okay, we'll be able to go deep in my next tutorial. We go to M, which is the simplest, d over dx. This is just the same as, because dy dx of e to the x is simply e to the x. So this is just what you should remember about calculus, especially when you're dealing with the basics, so that when we start getting deep, you won't be able to be confused. Thank you so much.